There was a time when people from Paris to New York copied his style. A single restaurant bill at his place could easily cross hundreds of thousands of dollars. Lines would form just to enter his restaurant, and even global superstars like Lionel Messi wanted to take photos with him. Yet today, that very same man gets pushed away from event gates by security guards who don't even recognize him. How did such a massive downfall happen in just a few short years? The story begins with a signature salt sprinkling pose, and ends with him destroying his own empire by his own hands. From poverty to global fame, the journey didn't start with glitz and glamour. It began in a small Turkish village named Pa Al. His father worked in a mine, but the income was barely enough to survive. Driven by extreme poverty, Nusret Gökçe dropped out of school at the age of just 13 to work as an apprentice in an Istanbul butcher shop. 13 hours of hard labor a day, without a single day off. That was his entry into the food industry. After working in various steakhouses across Turkey for years, he took a bank loan in 2007 to travel abroad and learn the nuances of the meat and steakhouse business. 3 years later, he returned to open his very first restaurant with only 8 tables. Though small, the quality of his food caught the attention of a Turkish billionaire who offered to invest and expand the business across the Middle East. However, the real turning point came on January 7, 2017. Wearing a white t-shirt and dark sunglasses, he posted a video of himself cutting meat and dramatically sprinkling salt. Overnight, the video swept across the internet, racking up millions of views in a single night. That salt-sprinkling gesture became the biggest meme on the internet, and the world gave him a new name, Salt Bae, the Golden Empire. In that single moment, everything changed. Within weeks of going viral, Salt Bae announced the opening of luxury restaurants in New York, London, and soon after, many other major cities around the world. The prices were astronomical. Burger $130, 15,000 BDT. Can of Red Bull $9, 1,000 BDT. Dessert $26, 3,000 BDT. 24. Carat gold, wrapped steak, nearly $2,000, 250,000 BDT. Despite these prices, people flooded in from every corner of the globe, not just for the food, but to catch a glimpse of Salt Bae in person. Cracks in the facade, bad reviews, and stunts. Behind the cameras, however, the story was far from golden. His London location gained a reputation as one of the worst restaurants in the city, receiving over 167 terrible reviews out of 300 plus. Customers described the food as overpriced, gimmick, heavy, and lacking substance. Food critics dubbed his New York burger joint the absolute worst restaurant in town, describing the burgers as tasteless, rubbery, and like chewing on shoe leather. Salt Bae brushed off the criticism. Instead, he saw himself as a global icon, claiming that kids around the world now wanted to become butchers because of him. Food quality and customer experience took a back seat. All that mattered was performance and cameras. The first major blow came in September 2018. During a fire stunt meant to thrill customers, he lost control of the flames. 4 people were injured, including a foreign influencer who suffered severe burns and spent months in the hospital. Salt Bae never uttered a single word of apology, acting as if nothing had happened. That same month, another controversy erupted. He hosted Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro for a lavish feast at his Istanbul restaurant, at a time when the people of Venezuela were suffering from severe food shortages. While citizens struggled for a single meal, their president was enjoying gold-coated steaks on camera. Protests broke out in multiple cities, and an American senator openly condemned the act. Yet Salt Bae felt no need to apologize. A dark reality behind kitchen doors. The public controversies were only the tip of the iceberg. Behind closed doors, a darker reality unfolded. Toxic environment. Former managers revealed that his world revolved purely around Instagram and fame. He began viewing himself as a god-like figure. Staff were fired over minor mistakes, like breaking a glass or wearing the wrong colored shirt. Exploitation. Workers were forced to stand in fake queues to make the restaurant look busy, and during the pandemic, some were made to sleep at the restaurant working unpaid overtime. Stolen tips and wage theft. Multiple lawsuits were filed against him. Management allegedly withheld significant portions of tips, especially from celebrity visits. A 19-year-old worker had money deducted for delivering food to the wrong table, while another lost nearly $800 in tips because a customer walked out without paying. Harassment. Female staff were forced to wear skimpy outfits. Protesting led to harassment or termination. Food fraud. Accusations surfaced that cheap meat was passed off as premium cuts. Cheap wine was poured into fresh glasses, and non-halal meat was sold as halal. The ultimate downfall. World Cup 2022 and beyond. All of this might have remained hidden had he not chosen the biggest stage in the world for his ultimate downfall. On December 18, 2022, Argentina won the World Cup. As players cried tears of joy and the world watched, Salt Bae bypassed security and crashed the pitch. He badgered Lionel Messi for a photo, grabbed the official FIFA World Cup trophy, a privilege reserved for winners and heads of state, and posed as if he were part of the winning team. The backlash was swift. Event bans. He was repeatedly turned away from high-profile events, including being denied entry by security at Champions League final parties. Today he is widely viewed as a faded memory. Most of his U.S. locations have shut down. Profits in London have plummeted by nearly half, and his Dubai operations are struggling. He had the platform and resources to become a world-renowned chef like Gordon Ramsay. But when arrogance and greed overshadow talent, applause inevitably turns to silence. And Salt Bae's story stands as a textbook example.